Hello everyone, this is Bjorn Strid from Soilwork, and you're listening to Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Brutally Delicious! Hey, you're listening to the Brutally Delicious Podcast. I am Bruce.
Hey, Bruce, can you turn down the gain on your microphone a little bit?
You're a fucking pain in my ass. Yeah, hold on.
I know.
I thought you were just interrupting me to interrupt me.
No.
Because I was flowing for a minute.
Yeah, you're flowing like my hair in the 80s. Or 90s, I should say.
Right. Hold on, let's see.
You ever seen that photo of me with a spiral perm?
I have not, but I totally want to now.
Oh, I'll send it to you. It's pretty funny.
Is that any better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I'd love to see it. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Brutally Delicious Podcast. I am Bruce.
I'm bald, but I used to have a spiral perm, and my name is Chris.
We probably didn't need to know any of that. You just ruined everybody's again.
It was the late 80s, early 90s. Come on.
People are tuning out before they even tune in on this damn show. We scare them away in the first 5 seconds. Hey, is there a way to post a picture on the Anchor page or maybe on the Facebook page so everybody could go see it?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see that for sure.
Okay, I'll send you one.
Awesome. Anyway, today we're going to continue with the 70,000 Tons of Metal series that, you weren't on, but I was.
Yeah, fuck you. By the way, do you want that picture with me with the green scrunchie, or do you want it just like normal?
Oh, no, we need the green scrunchie for sure.
Anyways, so 70,000 Tons of Metal that you went on, you fucking asshole.
Right. We've got Soilwork today. I had a chance to speak with Bjorn, great metal band out of Sweden. And I don't know if you know this, but he actually did an episode of Brutally Delicious, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago. And he made his grandmother's or somebody in his family's homemade Swedish meatballs.
Oh, wow. How was it?
It was fucking great. One of the bigger episodes. He did a really nice job. I mean, it's like almost like he had culinary training. He went through every step, perfectly. He had the knife skills down. He's the man.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. And but he was great, and I'm hoping that they get back here to the States because I don't think I've seen them around or touring around anywhere by me in years. So it was really cool to be able to catch them.
I actually got to see them in 2014 on 70,000 Tons of Metal.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know they were on it before.
Yeah, and they had to replace their drummer. I can't remember what happened. The drummer broke.
He went to Megadeth.
No, the drummer at the time broke his leg or something right before the cruise. So they had to get Dirk Van Buren to fill in, and it was just an unbelievable show. Apparently, he learned the songs like on the boat. And then
Really?
Yeah, I don't know the whole story. I don't know how it all went down. I just remember that he had to fill in at the last minute because their drummer had some other issue. I think he broke his leg, so he couldn't play.
Oh, wow.
And it was an unbelievable show. And that was back when it was on the Majesty. So you could stand behind the stage and watch the drummer play.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. That was on the pool deck, right?
Yeah, on the pool deck.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable, man. I don't know. Like, many people probably don't know this, but Dirk is like probably one of the best metal drummers in the history of heavy metal. So yeah, he's freaking amazing. I think Dirk was playing with Devin this time.
So I don't know about that because Devin, when he played on this boat, he said they had trouble getting his band in, and they did the same sort of. He showed up and they rehearsed in Miami for like 2 days. He had a brand new band.
Yeah.
There was something going on with, I don't know, customs or whatever happened. They couldn't get his band in.
Wow.
So he was like, this is like the first time we've played live. On opening night, I saw him on the at the Royal Theater, and he was fucking great anyway. He's Devin.
Oh, God. That guy, Devin, is a monster. But, like, I don't know if you ever watched, there's a pickup company, I think it's Seymour Duncan, and they do this thing where an artist comes in and they just play their songs to the backing tracks. And Devin walked in, and he's playing like the fastest, craziest, hardest shit to play, and he's just like, it was flawless. He's like, oh, maybe I should do another take, you know? Like, it was just
and he's the funniest, nicest guy in the world, too. I think I sent you that, he did an interview with me about that Metal or Not shit back, or the Rock Blots thing that I sent you. And he's like so spur of the moment and off the chain. Like, I don't know where his thought process comes from. He's fucked. So real quick, because I know this is not a Devin Townsend podcast, but on the boat the first night, he came out onto the stage and there was like this applause, but I guess it wasn't big enough. So he's like, hold on, we're going to go out back off stage and we're going to come back on with more dramatic effect. And he came out like in this really dramatic way and it wasn't enough. So then he walked back off stage again and they played like this really dramatic music. And then he walked back on and then took the stage.
it was Dirk. Dirk was his drummer for 70,000.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we're going to tie it back into Soilwork.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love how you just came full circle with it.
Yeah. No, Dirk is a monster. And if you're going to play with Devin Townsend, you have to be a monster. You can't be just average or even above average. You have to be perfection to play with that guy.
So, on today's episode then, we're going to turn it right back over to the boat. We're going to get Bjorn.
Okay.
In the room and see what he has to say. But before we get started, since I've got nobody else, you ready for your quiz?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
I am a two-hand job. I can slip out while you're eating me. Pulling on my ears gets me off.
The way I want to answer this, I can't put out in the public because I just reapplied for my work permit in the U.S., so I don't want to get deported.
Right, so you're going to take the high road?
No.
All right, I'll answer it for you.
What is it?
It's an ear of corn. See what I did there?
As soon as he said that, I was in Pornhub land. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Is this some type of threesome? Like, what's happening over here?
So with all that being said, let's go ahead and join the conversation, Bjorn.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So you said you've done this before. You guys have played a lot of the European festivals as well. How does it compare being confined on a boat like this or this kind of floating festival to a European destination sort of thing?
Good question. I mean, it's slightly more claustrophobic in a way, but mostly a really good time, and you know, it's like you combine vacation with, you know, I still don't really see what I do as a job, but it is in a way, you know. But it's interesting. You sort of switch. You know, I have my girlfriend with me as well on this cruise, and sometimes it's interesting to switch between. I'm not saying that I'm a completely different person, but it's like you're representing the band still, but then you're hanging out with the fans, and then you're actually putting on a show. And then you also have your girlfriend with you. Yeah, I don't know. It's sometimes not an easy switch, but at the same time, it comes. You learn how to deal with that, and it comes out more natural.
What about so this is my 5th year, and I know it's 10 year, and you've done it before. What about like being confined with the fans? Is that
I don't mind it. I think you know, of course there are times when you're more in the mood than other times, but I'm usually very easy to deal with. I don't throw any tantrums because you know.
Right.
So no, I mean I think it's fine, and everyone's so happy on board and not pushy, just really, you know.
It's come a long way. This is a pretty cool festival now, I think. I was on the 2011 where they just kind of flew by the seat of the pants and didn't know what to do until now it's so refined, and you know, I think everybody kind of gets along. You could be eating dinner next to Cronus from Benham and nobody's really bothering him until he's done and then ready to move on to the next thing.
No, I mean it's fine, you know, it's cool.
Awesome. So record-wise, your new record this year, which is one of the better ones I think of the year. When you guys are writing, do you find it because you've been around for a while, but do you find it difficult not writing the same record? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Coming up with new stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think I felt that more like 10 years ago. And then something happened. Obviously, there was a little bit of a lineup change, and then David came in, and which also became a major songwriter, and it inspired me to pick up the guitar. So we're sort of starting a new era. I mean, it sounds very, I don't know, pretentious, I guess, that, but it really feels that way, and I think we found a new inspiration and a different way of expressing ourselves, and I think that's the path that we've been on since then, especially with the Living Infinite, the double album, and that's how we sort of reinvented ourselves, and it was like an experiment, It's like, wow, we found new ways through that album, so that was crucial, and I think ever since then I felt that it's been quite easy to not repeat ourselves too much. I mean, of course, sometimes you get stuck.
Well, I mean, your style's always the same anyway, so there's some of it's got to be there. But
but I mean, we've developed our sound, and I mean, the new album, I think you can definitely draw comparisons to the 3 first albums,
right?
But
it wouldn't be Soilwork without that sort of comparison too, though. Right?
No, exactly. So I mean, it's I'm very happy where we are right now, and it feels like there's a constant flow of inspiration, and we will keep developing our sound, and I think I think we sound fairly unique out there. It's hard to do, and not saying that you always have to sound so damn unique. It can be just good metal, But I don't know. I think we found a nice recipe.
When you're writing, are you guys like writing all in the same spot, like in the old days where you bounce things off each other in the room, or are you just sending stuff via like email and files?
Yeah, it's more email. It's very unsexy, the whole thing, but but right. It's I mean, there are definitely times when it's like, oh, I wish we could jam again, but it's then again, it's we only meet up when we have to rehearse for a tour, and that is not as exciting as it used to be, to rehearse in a...
So technology sort of has a double-edged sword, right? Because 20 years ago, you would have had to get in the same room to play.
Yeah. And I mean, we did jam a lot, like especially 3 first albums, and that was such a great kick, and I don't think it would be really the same thing anymore, but there are times when I would like to try,
Yeah.
But this works too. I mean, it sounds like a band, and it is a band.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from it. No, exactly. And so I know you guys got booked on this last minute. Was that hard to pull it all together?
Well, I was in Italy with my girlfriend at her parents, and it was Christmas, and then I got that call. It's like, you want to do the cruise? It's like, well, we talked about it that, we might not do that, and then it's like, yeah, but there's a band that jumped off, and it's like, all right, let's do it.
So you really knew like Christmas, like a week and a half before.
Yeah, exactly. So it was crazy, and was in Italy, and I was actually looking forward to not travel at all for a while.
Right.
Italy is not far from Sweden, but still, I was like, because I'm going on vacation in February to Arizona as well, so that wasn't really. When I sort of put my mind to something, it's like, okay, January, I'm going to relax and get in shape and blah, 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 and all that. And then when something breaks that sort of plan, I have sometimes a hard time, like, sort of...
processing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 2 days after, it's like, okay, let's do it. Why not? And I'm glad we did,
Was it difficult prepping, or you guys had been on the road for a while, so it was just a matter of getting...
No, that was easy, because we just did some shows in Finland right before Christmas, so that was fine, So it was just a matter of, getting flight tickets to begin with and all that stuff, I mean, I just came home and changed clothes and then...
Really? Yeah. So I'm not familiar with how the European side works. What about, like, work visas and stuff? Was that a difficult thing, or you don't have to have one for the cruise?
No, because it's international waters. So
you got lucky, because you couldn't pull it off on a U.S. cruise. I mean, on a U.S. thing, right?
No, exactly. There's no way we could have gotten, like, a visa,
So because it's an international...
water, it's enough with ESTA.
Even though you flew into wherever, it's still international, so it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
in transit, I guess.
So that's probably why a lot of these guys make it here.
Exactly.
I didn't understand that how they could pull it off.
Yeah, no, that's the only way.
Because we don't get some of these shows here in the U.S. because I guess it's too hard for you guys to make it over.
Well, it is a process, and we've been over so many times, and we haven't done a full tour on this album, and it sucks, but. I think it's going to happen within near future, but at least we got to do this cruise, and of course a lot of people got angry, that this is going to be the only show on this side of the Atlantic, and it is what it is, but we're working on it. So.
Right, it's not easy, like you said. No. So going back to the writing process, though, when you guys are you writing with the live setting in mind, like how it's going to come across on stage, or are you writing a song just specifically like for a song's sake?
It happens that you have sort of a live situation in mind, sort of how it would come across, when you play the songs live. But
this will be a great crowd.
Yeah, but at the same time, I if you focus too much on that, I think it becomes very much of I don't know. It's gonna lose the presence in a way if you don't connect with pictures in your mind, and that's how it works with me, especially with melodies. I think sometimes I feel like I'm better at expressing myself through melodies than through lyrics, for example.
Oh, really?
But I mean, I've done some good lyrics too. Don't get me wrong, and I keep on connecting, but. Musically, it's I don't really think of a stage when I hear a melody or a riff. It's like more sort of abstract pictures,
right?
That I connect to.
More of a meaning kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What do you guys have? I know you said you're taking a break here. What do you have planned for the? Doing the festival circuit again here in the summer?
We're doing, I think, around 7 festivals with Soilwork, and then we're going to go on tour with the Night Flight Orchestra in all of March through Europe, and then a bunch of festivals with the Night Flight Orchestra as well.
So that's a tour package, or is that a separate? I'm not familiar with it. Is that a?
Oh, you don't know about the Night Flight Orchestra?
Don't.
No, it's a band that I have together with David. Who plays guitar in Soilwork, and also Charlie D'Angelo from Arch Enemy, and we've been around for 10 years, and we're on Nuclear Blast as well.
Oh, really?
And it's like late 70s, early 80s sort of cinematic rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like very 80s and very.
Well, that's my era.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna love it if you haven't. I mean,
I grew up like mid 80s kind of thing. So
yeah, there's a lot of Foreigner and Journey, but also a little bit of ABBA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like total different, like. So
wow,
check that out.
So what kind of crowds are you attracting to that?
Very mixed. We've been doing really good tours.
I'm assuming you get Soilwork fans because of the connection, but you probably get other.
Yes, absolutely. Everything like hipster kids or whatever, and metalheads, and I've seen people dancing wearing behemoth patches, and to. I mean, when you listen to the music, you'll get it. How bizarre!
To the room and check it out.
Yeah,
that's great. No, I was not hip to that at all. I thought there was a touring package.
Yeah.
So lastly, and you touched on it because she's going to interrupt me here in a second because we're at 15.
Yeah.
But you kind of touched on it already. You've been around for this long, so your shows, forget about Night Flight Orchestra, your shows are probably mixed generational as well too, right? You've got people like myself bringing their kids to see Soilwork. That's got to be pretty cool, right?
It is very cool, yeah, and it's very mixed, and we still get new fans, and kids too coming out to the show. So I'm grateful.
I mean, that's the next generation.
Yeah, that's really
and ticket
nice.
sales, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I don't really have anything else.
All right.
All right, what is up? It is Pathos back again with another pick of the day on the Brutally Delicious podcast. What I lay before you today, Abated Mass of Flesh, with their song Gun to Your Head. This is from their latest EP entitled Not Burned, and the band has recently been signed to Justified Insanity Records, including artists such as Michigan's own Cardiac Rupture. These guys are going to be with the Hasten Revelation Tour March 7th through the 14th, starting in Fort Worth, Texas, and ending in Las Vegas, Nevada, so check them out if you get an opportunity. Also, they will be gracing the stage of Exodo Fest in Mexico in April. that's really cool for some local guys from Tennessee to go all the way to a foreign country and play their awesome, slamming, brutal death metal. Obviously, everything from Abated Mass of Flesh up until this point has been top quality, slamming, brutal death metal. One thing I noticed about this song in particular, it seemed to have more of an old school vibe. Think Gore Obsessed from Cannibal Corpse type of era, early 2000s death metal, combined with that modern deathcore sound, really creates the sound that Abated Mass of Flesh is. If you know these guys previously, you know that they are a great live act. You know that they bring, everything that they create is of the utmost heaviness that they can possibly do. This latest release is available on most streaming platforms. And if you're not familiar with their earlier material, you can go to bandcamp.com and search Abated Mass of Flesh, download their entire discography, and check them out. You will not be disappointed. Overall, I can't say anything else than go search them, support them, buy some merchandise, buy some CDs, download their digital albums, go discover this awesome band for yourself. And until next time, this is Pathos on the Brutally Delicious Podcast.